Able to hear me now?
Yes,
Okay, there we go.
perfect. All right, Nicole. So tell me, how are you feeling today?
Um, I'm feeling good. I'm a little nervous, but ultimately I'm feeling real good. I just came out of my classes, so I'm excited.
Oh, what class you had?
I had organic chem.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
actually sounds like very hard. How is it going? Is it good?
It's going good right now. I have an A, so I'm happy. Everything's
Hey, get that A. Grind don't stop. That's all you gotta do for real. Well, let's get started. I won't keep you too long just because you have a busy schedule and we have a busy schedule here on our end. But yes, this is our first time meeting in person. So what's up, Nicole? I'm Raymond Brooks. I am here from HBCUFC, where we promote, restore, and educate the legacy and pride of HBCU soccer. So, Nicole, tell me about yourself. Like, who are you?
Hello, my name is Nicolle Cargill. I'll just start with like my university stuff. So I'm currently a junior right now. I've been playing soccer for about 15 years. I'm currently majoring in biological sciences with a concentration in the health profession, and I'm minoring in psychology. I aspire to be an occupational therapist. So right now, I'm in the student athlete phase right now. Um, I ultimately my passion is just playing soccer, and just with the occupational therapist, I do want to go into that immediately after school. So I'm very very excited.
And that's amazing, Nicole. I remember you were just saying you're doing your school while also getting on your grind with soccer. Huge congratulations, by the way, for restarting for Delaware State. Tell me, how are you feeling getting that goal? Like, what was going on in your head and everything?
Um, I don't know me when I know like I want to get a goal. There's so much stuff that goes through my head. Like honestly, I just know like I need to get that ball in the back of the net. Kind of, like type of like mindset that I have. So a lot of things run through. I feel like I have like a lot of pressure to kind of just finish, but like ultimately, thankfully, the ball always goes in the back of the net.
That deserves a round of applause, Nicole. That's awesome. I also saw that you were selected for the All Stars second team for the NEC conference, correct?
Yes.
Dang, so I know you were excited probably about that. Were you feeling like, what were you feeling like when you got such a rewarding honor?
Ultimately, I was like very, very proud of myself. Super happy. I still can't believe it right now that I actually made the second team. I feel like my hard work like finally like paid off, and honestly, like each season from my freshman year to now, I have tried, like, I put my 100% into each season. I feel like this year my efforts have been noticed a little bit more. And ultimately, I've just stayed very motivated this season, knowing that I had a lot of people to prove wrong. So I'm just super glad that I was able to be on second team this conference.
That's awesome. What position are you, by the way?
I'm a striker, but I have been playing a 7-11 and also the 10.
Oh, so you're pretty versatile, Nicole. I see you.
Oh.
That's awesome. So, Nicole, we're going to just get into a couple questions, just a little more open up the floor. So, if I may ask, why HBCU? What made you go to HBCU and play soccer versus going to any other school?
I feel like just going to an HBCU, I feel like I'm in a community where I'm like valued and understood. I feel like, I mean, it's honestly how I would explain it. It's just nice, just even stepping out and seeing people that look like me, seeing people that can relate to experiences that I have previously related to. So just choosing an HBCU where I can study, obviously get my education, which is first, and then secondly, playing the sport that I love the most. I feel like it was just a blessing. So committing somewhere like Delaware State University, I just felt like it was the right fit for me, and truly, I've been enjoying my experience here.
And it seems like the right place for you. You're getting such great achievements and you're also leading your team forward. So, if I may ask, what's like the POV of being an athlete at your HBCU or just being a soccer player at a HBCU?
Um, my point of view, I would say, wow. It first like for sure for me it's like you're constantly moving, you're constantly being busy, you're constantly talking to people, communicating, networking and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's very, for me personally, I would say it's very hectic, but also very enjoyable. The experience has been amazing. Um, I would just say that I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect the experience that I'm currently going through right now with just being a student athlete at school. I mean, obviously at the high school level, it's less severe. It's not as demanding as it is at a collegiate level. So being a student athlete here, it's a lot, but truthfully, it's obviously a blessing in disguise, and I have learned so much from being a student athlete.
Dang, that's awesome, Nicole. And it shows that like I was an athlete as well in school. So like knowing that you have to commit to your physical levels, like keeping up with trainings, practices, scheduling for like even like community events with your team, and also still like worrying about the school. I know it's a lot on your plate, but looks like you're getting it done. So
It
that's
is, yeah, it's really enjoyable.
hmm. And so while talking about challenges, like what are some of those challenges you face maybe doing your school? I remember you saying that it's the severity of like getting your work done, but is there any other challenges you face while playing soccer here?
Challenges, just on the field or off the field?
Both.
Okay, so I'll start with off the field. So obviously being a student athlete here, we have to be above a certain GPA and we need to have our grades all above a C. So I would just say one challenge that I faced starting from my freshman year and obviously has progressed to be better, it would be time management. Coming here, obviously we have like Lift, we have different events that we have to show up to as the women's soccer program, and it became a lot. It became a lot because assignments are due at midnight, like 11:59. That's like the worst thing anybody wants to hear. So we had to like
Yeah.
I would have, I would have to be on top of my work. I had to be on time to Lift. I had to be on time to all these events. Make sure I'm in a uniform that is asked. It was a lot. So that's like a big challenge I faced and just trying to get on top of it. So my best thing is just get a planner and write everything out so you're on top of it. On the field, I would say it's my height for sure. I'm 4'11" as a striker. So like instantly people like defenders would be like, okay, she's short. Like I can knock her down and that's it. So I really did have to find ways to be able to like stay on my 2 feet and hold the ball and without it getting taken away within like the first like 5 seconds. So my freshman year, it was a super big challenge. And now, I mean, I'm holding up, I feel like. So it was a challenge, but I overcame it thankfully. And yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't imagine, like I was a defender in college, so I didn't have to worry about like being like the biggest guy on the pitch, but I also had to know like I had to feed my strikers the ball and they had to be able to like hold it on. So like that's really cool and it shows like the improvement from you going from your freshman year and all the way up to now. Would you say there's any like inspiration for you that are strikers in the professional world or any soccer inspirations that motivate you to be the player you are today?
Um, Inspiration. I would say Messi for sure. I mean, obviously, he's shorter. Like he's shorter in height. So I feel like just looking up to someone that's able to, you know, dribble around, bake those because not all forwards, midfielders. Because I also play like the wings, forward, midfield. Not all the time we're expected to shoot. Sometimes we're expected to be that playmaker and lay the ball and stuff like that. So just seeing how versatile he is in the attacking half has truly inspired me to also not just focus on just turning and shooting, but also being there for my teammates when needed.
And that's awesome because it shows that you're also trying to lock in on that striker position, but also be a team player. So that's really cool. So, what has there ever been like a favorite moment for you at Delaware State, or just any of your favorite moments while playing on the pitch?
Um, I would say honestly, I wouldn't. Maybe a favorite moment I can't think of right now, but I'd say this full season has honestly truly been like my favorite. Like I've enjoyed the season so much compared to my previous 2 seasons. I feel like just the team chemistry, our dynamic, just ultimately we're starting to win games. We have won quite a few games. So this whole season has truly been like an experience, and I've loved playing and practicing each and every day. So.
Are y'all still in season?
Unfortunately, we're not still in season. We did not make it into the tournament play, but next year we'll be there.
Of course, and y'all have done so much compared to your previous seasons and even the overall soccer history here at Delaware State for the women's team. So that's amazing, Nicole. So what have you learned the most while being in this newer season compared to your other seasons, you would say?
I would say something that I learned would be just like to stay level headed and always have the right mindset going into things because clearly like all of our the returning players that have stayed, we stayed here for a reason. We stayed here to continue to keep making history and obviously create a legacy for the generation to come behind us. And my first 2 years, I had a hard time to staying like I guess I would say positive in a way that like all through like us losing, there's always positive that comes out of each situation. So I've learned many lessons, throughout the games. And so obviously I'll translate it into this season, which ultimately I have done like way better. I would say like I've done good this season. So just staying level headed and positive is a great lesson I learned this season.
Hmm. How would you say so? Like you, I remember you were saying you were on a winless streak. How does that affect like the team morale? Because I know you're not the only one just down that you aren't winning games. But how do you keep the motivation up? Within your team and with your players.
I would just say like we had to believe in ourselves because no one else around us believed in us. We were placed last. We're always placed last. We're always seen as like the team, like a beatable team, and obviously we proved those people right. So we just had to really like will it in and just believe in ourselves and know that we had a mission to complete, which is to start proving people wrong. So once we were able to all get on the same boat, I mean, it's clearly showing now. We've had upset a lot of teams. So.
Is there anything y'all are going to be working on in the off season, or anything you want to prepare or hopefully improve on for that next season?
We're most definitely going to be working on a lot during the off season, just like from the basic skills, because we everyone has to get better on that. Our conditioning can be better, and just like ultimately finishing and playing more as a team. Once all that gets down, then we're going to be unstoppable.
So you said you were from Panama. Why Delaware State specifically?
I would say the opportunity presented itself on my
Mhm.
freshman year. I had a great conversation with the previous coach here, and again, I felt like it was just a blessing, and I decided to commit here where I felt like it was the right fit for me.
And everything happens for a reason. So you're definitely,
Hmm.
definitely at the right spot. So tell me, what advice would you give to any other soccer players that are looking to play at these HBCUs?
Advice. I would just say, advice. Let me think. Just if you want to do something, do it. Don't let it doesn't matter just because it's an HBCU. Because obviously, I would say HBCUs are they're not as promoted as you would say as a PWI, unfortunately, and we obviously don't have the funding like we would want to. And none of that stuff should stop anyone that wants to go to an HBCU. HBCUs, we're still gaining our education, and we're also you could play the sport that you love. So if you want to go to an HBCU, more than welcome to. It's a great experience. You have great people around you, great professors, advisors, and ultimately, it's a huge, huge, huge blessing to be at an HBCU.
And that's amazing, Nicole, because it shows, like being at a HBCU, you can stand out and be in a whole new environment with also your players, the playing style of HBCU college soccer, and then also just the outside environment, being in the actual campus life. Like, how is campus life there? Like, how is Delaware? Like, I never been in that area. It's been a while. I have family out there, but what's Delaware like compared to where you used to live and everything?
Delaware is very different. I would say that when I first got here my freshman year, I did not expect it to look like this. Like, truth be said, like I was so shocked when I like arrived in Delaware, and I was like, "This is Delaware." But Delaware, like on campus life, is a little bit different than like the surrounding area. But on campus, it's amazing. We always have events that's going on that include like everyone on campus. We have a lot of we have a lot of people that come out to our campuses to also just speak. So I know recently we had like the ESPN come out, and that was really great for our football team. We have a lot of events, whether it's just things for fun or things that will have was one's major. Campus life is great. We're always outside, always talking to one another. Everyone is extremely friendly, and it's very easy going here on campus.
That's awesome. Do you feel like your team chemistry comes off the field as well? Like you're being like up to date with your team while y'all are not like practicing, you're doing games?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're always like, thankfully, we're like close knit off the field and on the field. So a lot of times you would just see us like in each other's room, walking in and out the hallways, just kind of saying hi. We always hang out, go eat food and stuff like that. So I mean, it's great. Like the chemistry that we have on the field also translates off the field. So it's really nice to have sisters.
That's awesome, Nicole. And overall, this was a great interview. This was the first interview, so this is a huge debut. Round of applause for Nicole. Is there anybody you want to, or actually, let's do two things. We're first going to say, what's one takeaway you want to give to the world? It can be anything soccer related, non soccer related. What's one thing you want the world to hear from Nicole?
What's one thing? Never give up. Always chase your dreams. Always believe in yourself when no one believes in you. If everyone's doubting you, never give up because if you don't ever give up on yourself, no one's going to give up on you.
Oh my, That deserves another round of applause. Nicolle, that's actually very deep. I like that. Is there anybody you want to shout out today?
I would love to shout out my family, my mother, my sister, and my father. They're my biggest inspiration and my motivators. So I'm forever grateful and blessed to have them in my life.
That is awesome, Nicolle. Well, thank you so much for joining in on this interview. Please share HBCUFC to your friends. We'll get this video to you as soon as possible.
Good. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No problem. See you later.